Hello. Welcome back to Nonsense Hour. We're both coming off the back end of a cold, as you can hear. And we are playing the fabled, Steve's dragged it out as long as possible, not for any reason, Battle of the Pass. Battleplan 1 of Table 2 of the General's Handbook. We're getting near the end of this because we've played quite a few of them. And it's hurtling towards July when we'll get a new General's Handbook. How exciting. Welcome to your March the 15th video. As usual, we have 2,000 points of our comfort food as we're tired and ill still. So I will be playing my orange little boys, and Emma will be playing
my gold little boys.
Her golden broken men.
These? No, you are wrong, because these are not broken.
I'm just going to point at Gardas.
Yeah, but he's glued on.
You had to glue him at the beginning of...
I don't know why he fell off.
Also, Bastian doesn't have a hammer.
Bastian's never had a hammer.
He has always had a hammer. It's literally his only thing he does.
Bastian is choosing peace, not war.
Is it not called Uskavar or something like that?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes.
The Sunderer.
Yes. That's what he calls his dick.
We're playing Battle of the Pass. It's a compass points objective, as usual, with the long battlefield edges essentially being the territory for each of us. However, for some reason, we've cut off this top corner for this terrain area and the bottom corner for the other one. I don't like the setup for this one, but...
I'm interested.
It just feels like we didn't want to do the usual halves, so we took a little corner out. I don't know.
Halves would have been better. I don't know why it's like this, but I like it. It's different.
It's cool. We score as the following. We have 1 victory point for an objective in friendly territory. We have 5 victory points for the objective in enemy territory. And then the border territories are 2 points each. However, your objective control is capped at 6. So you can't, if you control all 4 of them, you won't be getting 10 points, you'll be getting 6 points. And then the obviously 4 points for your...
Oh no, we're back on tactics. The last time we played, we didn't have tactics. It's quite nice.
We were playing the Path to Glory. If you want to see more of that, we let out episode 1 on the 1st of March. We'll be laying out episode 2 on the 1st of April.
It's got loads of views.
As of filming this, I can't remember.
Speaking it into existence.
I can't remember what views it's on as of filming, but I do know that it's out. So go see the Ogre Moor Tribes versus the Stormcast Tunnels as we go for a full run through the Ravaged Coast battle pack. As we've said, 10 points for this. Objective controlling. The twist for this one is that the underdog can add 2 to the control score of friendly non-hero units. Ooh. And that's the setup for the game. Shall we talk about some armies?
Yes. Where do you want to start?
I can do mine if you want.
Yeah, go on then. Keep talking.
So, I have the Fyreslayers in the, as always, Warrior Kinband, giving me +1 to wound on the charge for infantry units. I have my general, who will be my shiny blue lizard, otherwise as Rune Daddy on Magmadroth, who has the fiercely competitive and Magmalt Ale, I believe. No, I'm giving the Magmalt Ale to my other guy today, who is also in his regiment and is my field sergeant. So over this way, the Grimhold Exile is my field sergeant on the board as my honour guard choice. Basically, he gives infantry units wholly within 12 inches of him +2 to move, which as a small, short, stunty army I need. And then with that regiment I've got 2 reinforced units of Volkite Berserkers with Fire Steel hand axes. Regiment 2 is the little bubble back here of the Rune Father, the Rune Master and a set of Auric Halfguard, who will be kind of protecting the land and my only shooting in the army. And then next to them are my kind of 2 bubbled last regiments. I've got a reinforced unit of Halfguard Berserkers with pole axes, and I have a Rune Son who's just hiding at the back. And then in the middle, because I was aware of all the named Stormcasts that were coming at me today, I couldn't leave him at home. Gotrek Gurnison.
You know him. You love to hate him.
I love him dearly. He's my little ragey boy. He's going to be good.
That guy.
Who's that guy? It's Gotrek. Anyway.
Okay.
That's my army. 1980 points.
Mine is 1950.
Yep.
So we have...
CP for you.
we're using a bit of old and new Stormcast. I say new, stuff I've had for a while and not used. So, we have some old boys over here, my Griff Hounds, doing their dog thing.
Jesus Christ.
What?
I wonder what.
It was a dog.
Excuse me.
In this middle, we have Gardus Steelsole, who is facing away from the battle. I don't know why, but
He's mooning everyone.
He's firmly affixed to his base. We have a set of Liberators who've been drafted in from Path to Glory for this game only, and another set of Liberators over there also drafted in for this game only. Next to them, we have Bastion, who has lost his hammer, so is smacking stuff straight with his penis. Then we have Lord Relictor at the back, hardly Noah, and then we have Vegas Hammerbond on his big horse. I know, I was going to say that and then I didn't. Vegas Hammerbond, otherwise known as Vander's Hammerhand, on his Stardrake thing, or as I call it, Vegas Hammerbond on his big horse. Then, sorry, the camera work is shocking, by the way, in this.
That's a Draconif, not a Stardrake.
It's a Draconif. I didn't even say Stardrake, I said something else entirely. It's a Draconith. And then in the Celestial Realm, Karazai, not been out in a while, stretching those wings. Yeah, boy.
So scared.
And then 2 sets of Annihilators with hammers, also not been out to turn. There's my T, like, prominently in shot, but Celestial Realm. Karazai is my general. I've given my heroic, what's the word I'm looking for?
Heroic trait.
Heroic trait and artifact to Relictor, who is here. Oh my god, keep my hand still, this is terrible. Relictor has got the Quicksilver draft, so once per battle he can just read it on that sticker. It's right in front of you, that
Which
one.
one are we talking about? Envoy of Heavens?
No, Quicksilver draft, left hand side.
Strike first for the rest of the turn.
Yes.
Once per battle, any combat phase.
Yes, can just choose to make him strike first. And he's also got Envoy of the Heavens, which if Stormcast units die near him...
If a friendly Stormcast Turnals unit was destroyed in previous turn, pick a visible friendly holy unit within 12 inches of Relictor. They have a 5-up ward until the next hero phase.
Exactly that. So yes, that's my Stormcast Eternals.
Duh.
What now?
There's not much else to say, is there? Is just jump back into the game itself?
You stood up and I didn't move the camera, so it was just like...
Apologise.
We've decided I'm the defender.
You're the defender, I'm the attacker. I deployed first.
Yeah, you finished first.
I will, because I need you to move forward so I can charge you, let the Stormcast go first.
Thank you so much, really appreciate it. Okay.
Back in a moment for Stormcast Turn 1.
Bye.
What the fuck?
It was a fun way to start. So, what we have is something that's making Stephen shit himself. So, we, basically, not a lot happens turn 1, nothing ever happens in turn 1. Tactic, sees the centre, says. Moved stuff, Griffhounds onto that objective, auto-ran Bastion onto this objective, moved everything forwards a little bit, translocated some Liberators here to seize the centre, and then brought Karazai down from the Celestial Realm, boom, sent a Cest and some Annihilators down from the Celestial Realm, who I wanted to charge into your guy at the back, but I'm not rolling good.
Speaking of rolling good, I got a Flame Spitter in the middle of Magical Intervention.
And you did 1 damage to me.
And I tried to shoot with the Auric Halfguard into those annoying gits, but unfortunately the rolls didn't go the way I wanted them to.
No. But yes, I used my two of my 5 points to auto-run and to re-roll a charge for the Annihilators, which I still didn't get.
Whereas, as I've just said, I Magical Interventioned, a Covering fired, and that leaves us on 3-2 in terms of CP.
Yeah.
But VP, you got 9 points because you control your home, you control the 2 borders, and you got your tactic of Seize the Centre.
Yes, I did.
Nice and easy, this one, isn't it? We're going to be. I said at the beginning of recording this, I feel like it's going to be a turn 2 game, mainly because I've got to respond to Emma's entire army minus 1 set of Annihilators being in front of me now, and my army's whole thing is charge and hit. So, shall we see how this goes? Back in a moment for Fyreslayers, the last turn. Turn 1.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Fyreslayers. I tried to full send it, bro. And
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I'm too old. So like I've been recently watching Tellurian Community College, and whenever the professor tries to talk young, it's hilarious. Anyway, mixing cultures.
What a nerd.
So Fyreslayers, I went for Attack on Two Fronts. Thought obviously the centre would be easy to take off you, what with me having big bubbles of stupidity. And then came the silly thing of I've not got enough space for all my bodies. So gave a Prayer of Ash to the Volkite Berserkers over here, who, due to a failed roll of trying to summon the Molten Infernoth, had a 9 on its invocation, which meant that they got both the -1 to be wounded and -1 to the rend against them. Had the Grimhold Exile and them come charging up this way. Moving over here, the the Auric Half-Guard shot into the Annihilators, killing another one. And the Runeson and Half-Guard Berserkers here were planning to come around this way and try to deal with the remaining Annihilators there as well, but unfortunately failed their 9-inch charge they needed. Over this way, which is where the pure headache started, and it was because I got cocky with the beginning of the charge phase. Gotrek needed a 6-inch to get into the Liberators and Karazai in the middle, but rolled an 11, so I stuck him in the middle and tried to move him away from the Liberators so I could lock him up somewhere else. And then I thought I'll run, because we had the Griffhounds over here as well, and I thought I'll run the Magmadroth down the middle, and then the Volkite Berserkers can come round the side as well. Then I thought, no, actually, what I could do is pop off the rune of the Last of the Lodge ability that he has, where he gives everyone +1 to attack in 12 inches, then pop my rune of Searing Heat, so I could give crit mortals, and then use the 20 blob of Volkite Berserkers into Karazai just to clean up anything that Gotrek doesn't do. And that was great until the Volkite Berserkers failed both charges. They're only needing a 9 to get in. So we wasted the 11-inch charge that the Magmadroth did to move them out of the way to go around the other side of the Griffhounds, and then he cleared up those Griffhounds come the fight phase. Gotrek did a sizable amount of damage into Master Karazai. Actually, no, that was also with the shooting, but he's gone down from 20 to 11.
Yeah. Gotrek did 8.
Yes, and the shooty did a little bit. And then the Volkite Berserker blob over here, Master Bastion decided to be a bastard and kill my Grimhold Exile just after he drank his Magmore Ale. But then the splitting of the attacks with the way I had piled in the Fyreslayer, the Volkite Berserkers, meant that I could stick 10 of them into him and 4 of them into Vandus, and then the remaining 6 into the Liberators. And they did quite good. Brought down Bastion handily.
He's dead.
Brought Vandus down to 3 wounds left. Took out 2.5 Liberators, because there's 1 wound there ready for them. And it was a fairly decent turn. Not else much to say, other than we took the initiative and we took the objectives, so we've got 9 points each now. Anything from you?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Shall we roll for round 2? Gonna steal one of your dice.
That's fine.
Which you've been complaining haven't been rolling well.
5. 6.
It's a 6. I'm going to double turn you because I don't want to lose Gotrek.
I had plans.
I know you had plans, but you know what they say about plans.
You can't do a tactic.
No, but I would rather not lose Gotrek.
Okay.
Because if I let you fight first, he's on 1 wound left. So if I can get him there.
Oh, crunchy.
This is where the strategy comes in. I get a maximum of 6 points my turn if I do double turn you. I can get 10 points if I don't, if later down the line I have things. But everything is locked in combat, which is kind of useful. You know what? Go on. We'll let you.
No, it's fine.
No. You
double turn.
Let's. I will happily concede that I've locked you in combat with a lot of things. So let's see where.
Giving finest hour to Karazai.
That's again. This is where you put information out which I couldn't know. I've just said that I'll hand it back to you. Before you told me that, I'm not going to change my mind just because you've told me that you're going to do something that would suck. I'm going to continue and say that you have turn 2.
Okay.
So we'll come back in a moment for Stormcast Turn 2. Because I won't be, although like I've just talked out why I was originally going to take the double turn, and then explained that actually no, because everything's locked up in combat, it might be okay. They continue to have Prayer of Ash until the start of my next turn.
So I don't think I am going to give him finest hour.
And then, like I say, my only concern is losing Gotrek, who's like a quarter of my army.
Do you want to go first then?
No, because I've just said I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
I'm now going to hand it to you because that would be with the knowledge of you were going to hand fights out to him. Even though you're now saying you might not,
No.
I don't think it would be a tactic that I would go for in terms of trying to survive whatever comes out.
Okay.
So I'm not going to take the double turn. I'm going to give you turn 2.
All right. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Bye. Stormcast Turn 2. Retake, because I did something stupid on the first take. We didn't get a lot of points, but we did kill some people. And really, that's all we're after in this game. Brought my last set of annihilators down from the Celestial Realm. You will notice that there was 3 annihilators against those whites. There's now just 1 because you killed 2 of them. I also had 2 annihilators over here who are now dead because you killed them. But they killed your
Rune Master.
So, swings and roundabouts. Obviously Bastion's dead, that happened in the turn before. You brought Vegas Hammer Bond down to 2, which is not great. You killed 2 out of the 3 Liberators that were left, not great, you left 1. Gardas came in, who we've discovered is an emotional support Stormcast Turn. He buffs other people, he's not great at smacking himself, so he's useful to keep out of the way and just be like, oh, you give someone a ward of 5, or oh, you do this because you charged. But he is kind of, because when he charges, he gives a buff to something else, he's a sort of sacrificial emotional support Stormcast. So yes, there is that. And then Karazai in the middle, Karazai who killed Godrek. The tactic that I had chosen was slay the enemy. Slay the tyrant. So kill a hero. Which you did. Killed 3.
Killed 2.
Killed 2, yes. Killed the third one in the previous turn. That guy.
Yes. I don't think you've killed another hero.
I killed your grey head.
Oh yeah, sorry. Grim Holdex off.
So that's where we are at the end of this Stormcast Turn 2. I feel like you might win.
You got 14 points to my 9 because you only control the one home objective.
You control one home objective.
And you got your tactic.
And I got my tactic.
Yeah, it was a very point hungry turn as well because all that attacking and all that defending.
Yeah, I've got 1 point left.
I've got 2.
So yeah.
Yes. Let's see how we do with Fyreslayers Turn 2.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
coming back. Just heavy casualties on the battlefield.
It's getting dark in here.
It's getting dark in more ways than one. Anyway, enough of my showing off why you should hire me as a voice actor. So I kind of didn't know where to go. I wanted to slay the tyrants because I was aware that there were several heroes tied up. So we had your Garda's Steel Soul over there, we had Vander's Hammerhand over here, and it's not only Kargus Kulkan to bring him down. That's a reference to the books. Anyway, so the plan was, slay the tyrant, slay the tyrants. We had enough to do it with. However, the one that got away is still sat in the middle of the billboard like a massive turkey.
Were you going to say the word turd? And I don't know why I thought that.
He is also a turd. You kept saying throughout the game before he got taken off that you hate Gotrek. Yeah. I have the exact same feeling about Bastion and Karazai, and I have to deal with them far more than you have to deal with Gotrek. Anyway, so we shuffled forward over here. I was hoping to run in and get into Karazai with some shooting from the Orc Half Guard, a charge in with the Half Guard Berserkers, but unfortunately they needed an 11-inch charge, which they failed even with a reroll. The shooters couldn't get in enough to do any shooting anyway, so he sat there on 3 wounds waiting to die, and now my Magmadroth has been able to take out Gardas to get that there. The Volkite Berserkers over this way have been able to remove that Annihilator problem. These Volkite Berserkers have managed to take out the Liberators and Vandus, so it's now looking fairly good for the Golden Boys. And when I say the Golden Boys, I mean the dwarves with gold in them, not the Golden Boys that are Sigmar's little children. 18 to 14. Fyreslayers. Slaying, as you would. Shantae, you stay. That's how it's going. Why are you pulling such nasty faces behind that camera?
I'm not.
Okay. That's the turn. It also brings us to the end of the round, which means I can no longer have my 5-up ward that I had at the beginning of the last round. I took it in your hero phase. Apologies, I forgot to mention that part. So I've had a 5-up ward for
I didn't know you
round.
had that.
I did tell you when I took it.
I'm sure you did. I don't remember that. That was ages ago.
It's also one of the really annoying parts because I wanted to take the run and charge part so I could get in to get with Karazai, but it lasts for the battle round, and you can only take a gold rune for at the beginning once per battle round. Excuse me. So now we need to roll off for round 3. Shasta, do you want to use my dodgy dice?
Yes. 4.
3.
I'll go first.
You are also the underdog, which means that you're...
What's the twist I get?
It was the heroes can add 2 to their...
objective control.
Objective control. I can't remember. There was a specific part, which we'll double check after we come back, but I imagine you're going first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Cool. We'll be back in a moment for Stormcast Turn 3.
Welcome to Stormcast Turn 3. There was the biggest load of bullshit. We got a tactic and we got an objective, is literally it. Tactic over there to take their land because of translocation. Dice rolls have been shit. Nothing managed to... These Annihilators came back at half health, didn't manage to charge into anything. Karazai died because of a technicality, and the Liberators piled in, did some damage, but didn't manage to charge far enough to get onto an objective.
That's not fair. Karazai didn't die on a technicality.
Well, because you got to go first because of the thing, the rune.
Yeah, because I have a rune of strike first, I was able to fight, and I did ask you, because I realised I was meant to use it, because it was the new battle round. I asked if you'd be okay with me using it. I also then offered you, would it be okay if you're okay with me using it, would you like to decide what you would have done with Karazai knowing that this is strike first? So that's not a technicality, that's...
But he'd already moved there.
Yes, and when I said knowing that he would have had strike first, would you like to redecide what you'd do with him?
But there was nowhere else for him to go that wasn't... Because I wanted him to take an objective. That was why I moved him there in the first place. There was nowhere else that I could have moved him, potentially onto this one, but then he would have fought them. And they would have fought first and killed him.
You also could have rallied him to get more health back. You could have just left him on the... You also could have, because he landed on this objective, and if he had stayed there because you were outside of 3 inches, it actually would have taken that objective to... it would be a neither of us control it, because both of us are control 5.
Oh, I should have done those things. I didn't think of any of those things. I never think of the things that heal them.
I'm purely saying this as a thing of, I absolutely agree with you, it sucks, and I apologise, and I did check with you with multiple parts of, I'm going to do this, is that alright? And also, this might happen, do you want to check this? And your technicality, if you've just called it, was very much signposted.
Yeah, I should have moved him or not fought him in. Okay. I would have kept him out of combat and just taken that objective out, I think.
Well, I'm happy to say that he's still... we can pop him back where he'd be, because that fight wouldn't have happened.
But what's going to happen anyway is you're going to now charge into him on your turn and kill him.
Yes, but you've also got the ability to redeploy. You can rally him as well, because I can... Yes, I could. So if we come down here... So he was down here, you had placed him within 3 inches of here.
Yeah.
But instead you could say that actually I was going to put him as actually just butting up against that wall so there's as far away as possible. I would be able to move within 3 inches, yes, but then you'd be able to redeploy with him. Or you were saying that you wanted to set up with take the flank, so you could say that actually he was in the middle over here, he flew back over to the wall and place him here. I will still keep... This will not change the score. The only thing that will happen is that I will get a CP back because I used all that attack to fight Karazai to make sure I killed him.
Yeah.
Because you also minus my attack.
Yes.
So, I'm happy to say we'll put him back on the board.
I think I'm just trying to get objectives and I'm not getting any of them.
You've set up for, as we said, you've got Relictor over here who has taken that, but is also now set up for take the flank. If Karazai flew back that way, then he's ready to take the flank for that side of things. You can also then have a round of healing him, and also moving him further away means I've got less chance of actually coming and fighting him.
Yeah.
You would have the rest of the game would have taken the player away that he wanted, or you could say that those over there actually landed over here to try to take out my guy here. We can literally go back and at the beginning of my turn set up what would have happened and then go from there if you would like.
Let's do your turn, because now I'm like, oh my god.
Currently it is 19 to 18 in your favour, thanks to you getting your home objective and the tactic of take their land. So we will be back in a moment with Fyreslayers Turn 3, where there will be a interlude section before the start of their hero phase to work out what the fuck Stormcast Turn 3. Bye.
Bye.
welcome back to Fyreslayers 3.
There's madness here.
Yeah, so
I'm so tired.
At the beginning of the video, you will have noticed that we brought Karazai back over in the eastern wing, or the western wing.
Someone being a Thor loser.
He also would have rallied, we worked out twice, so he came up to 7 wounds rather than his 3. With that being said, we then carried on into the game. So I ran my boys over that way to try take out Relicta, and as you can see, he disappeared.
He did.
My Volkite Berserkers in the middle tried to hold on to the ever-ending home. And over here, the other Volkite Berserkers tried to just hold on whilst the Liberators just keep clipping at them. I've gone down from 20 to 5, and then the Auric Half-Guard over here just came over and shot the Annihilators over here, bringing those 2 down to 1 wound left on the last guy.
Yes, that guy.
But the big sore loser problem, and I said sore loser about me now because obviously you can see I'm being a little salty, is the fact that I charged in with my my Magmadroth, had 7 wounds to kill him. I charged in, I used my Warrior Kings to get a +1 to my attack numbers because Karazai gives -1, so I could get my full thing. I used my only CP I had left to re-roll the charge to try to take out that Relicta, thinking, you know what, I've only got to do 7 damage, it's not going to need the all-out attack over here. So charged in and did 4 damage to Karazai, meaning he's left on the 3 that he died on last time. But we did manage to keep our home objective and the 2 in the middle.
So you've got all of them.
6 points on that. I didn't get my tactic, which was slay the entourage, because I was like, he's on. I was going to kill Karazai and be like, it might as well. And that didn't happen. Okay. So we come to the end of round 3 and into the round 4. Shall we roll off to see where it's going to go?
Yes.
I think it's 23 to 19 in my favour. Sorry. So I got 1, you got 6. You get to choose who will go
stay
first.
going first.
Cool, so we're going to round 4.
Yeah.
I think, looking at the board, and depending on how your turn goes, I think it's definitely a talk out.
Okay. Yep.
Back in a moment for Stormcast Turn 4 and potentially the end of the game. Hello, welcome back to the longest turn in the abilities of
We did two turns.
So, yeah, where did we stop last?
We've lost our minds.
I'm pretty sure we...
Oh, God. Right. So, we'd ended the previous turn.
I'm sorry, I can't remember where the last talk out was. Was it your turn or my turn that we talked out? So, we talked out your turn 4?
We didn't talk out my turn 4. Okay.
That was it. We were going to do your turn
Yes.
4, and then we got to the end of your turn 4 and went, shall we just talk it out because of what was left?
And then we started did turn 5.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So, if I remember rightly, turn 4, you moved on to this objective over here.
Did.
I had a little wander over there. There was a back and forth about if you should charge into my boys.
Yeah.
And as per usual, we had the no takes backsies taken back. And you backed up, so you took that objective off me.
Yes.
But no combat was had.
No.
Over here, there was a fight between the Liberators and the
which you basically killed.
no. In round 4, no.
Oh.
You brought me down to 2 models in my Volkite Berserkers.
Yep.
And your 5 remained.
Yeah, because I made the stupid decision not to move them onto the objective to take my tactic, which would have, like, fuck's sake.
And it was at this point that we were like, okay, let's talk this out at this point, because I feel like my 14 boys charging into Karazai, with the bonuses they get with the Whirlwind of Destruction, with the extra render, the ward.
They get all that?
They get an extra wound for charging in. So I was like, okay, we've got 14 models at 3 attacks each on 4s and 2s, rend 1. There's a chance I can do the 6 damage he was on. Then someone rallied him, so he got up to 8. So I then ended up, after he did his Calamitous Tail, taking 4 of them out. I then had 10 of them, so it was 21 attacks. They managed to bring him down to 2 wounds. Then he killed them all. And then we went, okay, cool, well, let's just, because it was literally that I retreated with my my Volkites up here, leaving 1 lad by himself. The Auric Halfguard came in and shot and then destroyed the Liberators, and that was all she wrote there. So it came down to a very close thing of basically, can Karazai die in turn 5? We rolled for a priority. I got the priority, so I took the double turn, not caring about the fact I couldn't get a tactic, because I was like, I can bring him down, I can do this. I shot at him.
You all out defence.
You all out defenced. You rallied him, bringing him up to more health. I shot at him and he came back down to 2 health again. He then did his 20-something damage into the lonely boy 5 bar unit of the Half-Guard Berserkers. Which then killed them, and at that point it was like, okay, well, cool, Karazai would just fly up this way in your turn, kill the lone Volkite Berserker that would have been there, which gets you Slay the Entourage, gets you the objective here, and gets the end of the game. Do you know where that brings us after someone whinging about her losing?
No.
29 to 31 in the Stormcast's favour.
We need to go and get dinner. This game has taken us, with stop-starts and a toilet break, this game has taken us 3 hours to film.
Yes. Which is not bad, because a normal game should be 2.5 hours.
Oh, okay, fine. It's not that bad. I thought that was terrible.
No, you have 2.5 hours to play a full tournament game.
I feel like 3 hours, the game wasn't that long, but I've lost the plot now.
Yes. I apologise to end this so abruptly and without much camaraderie and fun, but as you've just heard, we need to go out and do some shopping and things.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for watching. We shall see you on April 1st, where you will be seeing our April Fool's game.
Yes.
The April Fools being on each other because we've written custom lists for one another.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll be handing the proxies to play said lists at deployment. So for you guys, as I've said in the previous videos, you'll literally just see us go, here's your list, and you go, what am I meant to do with all these scavenging models?
I'm literally going to give you an envelope with all your cards in it.
Yep.
Your list.
Yep, and then we'll take 5-10 minutes to read through our lists that we've been given.
What models are playing
you guys will then come back and go, so I've now got to explain what's actually deployed here, let's go.
Yes.
So that's that. You'll also get episode 2 of our Path to Glory, as the Ogre Moor tribes try to take on the Stormcast Turn, because I can't escape them.
Oh my god!
Anyway, the game continues there. If you'd like to see game 2, as we continue along the 6 games of the Ashen Shores, I think it's called.
I think so.
Something like that. And then we'll see you again for April 15th for the coming up to near the end of the General's Handbook.
Shoot, we are.
Yeah. Another game in the hat for Year of Emma as she wins another game. and a lovely rest of your evening, day, or whatever you're watching on. As we say, it has been 0 days since your last nonsense. Bye!